Hi there, this is Kristin Rodier from the Writing Center. I just want to talk a little bit about how paraphrases and summaries differ and how they relate. So a paraphrase, which we do a lot in our writing, is a restatement of the author's ideas in your own words. So in this case, we're explaining the ideas of an author in a kind of one-to-one ratio. So we're not really losing any level of detail. And that is quite different from a summary. A summary is going to boil down all of the main ideas and kind of explain it in a more general way. So it's kind of an overview. You get sort of the heart of the matter, and you boil it down. So does a summary contain paraphrases? Sometimes. Depends on what the topic is. Now, good summaries, this is why I have a skeleton here. Good summaries pick out the skeleton of the argument, so that without which the article would fall down. So like if we were to take out one of these bones or whatever, everything would fall down, and it doesn't dwell on the flesh, which are just extra details, maybe little statistics, maybe examples or repetitions, right? That's why a summary really is that kind of balcony view of the piece. You're sort of looking from above and saying, what are the parts? How do they work together? And explaining it quickly and simply, clearly and concisely. Okay, so summaries don't just tell me what the author says. So Joe argues this, Joe argues that, Joe argues this, Joe argues that. You want to say why they argue that. So what's the whole point of the argument? Why are we even summarizing this person's view? What does it have to say? What's the overall contribution? Sort of motivate the summary. Tell me why what you're summarizing is important. We see a lot of people coming in writing summaries at the Writing Center. It's a common exercise at the first year level. But as you go on through your whole degree, you're going to be summarizing people's views in order to rehearse ideas while you're trying to take a position amongst them. So, you know, the technique of summarizing someone's view or study will serve you all the way through. The biggest problem that you're going to have if you don't understand the article is that your summary is going to be inaccurate. It's going to be inaccurate, and it's going to be almost impossible to produce if you don't understand the article, right? And that's what, you know, instructors, readers, that's what they're looking for, is they're looking for, you know, does the writer here understand what they're summarizing? Another common trap for a summary is presenting the ideas in a chronological order, not a logical order. So, you know, just because, you know, Joe's article that you're summarizing presents A, B, C, and D, doesn't mean that that's the best way for your reader to comprehend those ideas. In fact, it might be better if you present B and then C and then sort of skip over the other ones, right? And that's your judgment to make based on what's most important in the article, what's worthy of summarizing. If you're writing something like a literature review, one of the traps there is presenting ideas article by article instead of theme by theme. So instead of saying, you know, here's the study, here's what they did, here's the study, here's what they did, you want to give an overview of all the studies and say, here are the methodological approaches of a bunch of people who are working on this topic. Here's the different things that they've been doing. Here's the different results that they've been having. You want to schematize it by theme instead of article by article. And that'll allow your reader to see that you're synthesizing across the different topics.